In this tutorial, we're going to look at the embodied carbon sheet in the Zebra model. Embodied carbon includes the carbon associated with producing materials, constructing those materials into a building, maintaining the building, and then finally demolishing the building at the end of its life. However, at this point in time, Zebra only considers the upfront embodied carbon. That is the carbon associated with producing materials, transporting the materials, and constructing those materials into our building. So this is what the embodied carbon sheet looks like in the model. On this side, we can specify our building type, whether it's a house, apartment, office. And then we can also specify whether it's a standard construction or low impact in terms of embodied carbon. Now, assessing whether something is standard or low impact is not straightforward. And so we've provided below this a list of questions that you can fill out that will give you an indication of whether you might have a low impact building or a typical one. If we answer yes to any of these questions, for all of these questions, yes is a positive answer in terms of reducing carbon impact. We're required to provide some commentary on why we've answered yes. That's just to force you to consider about this rather than just pushing yes into every value. And when you've done that, in this cell it will give a recommendation on whether you could do more to reduce embodied upfront carbon. Once you've filled out all these values, if many of them are yes, you will start to see that this will say that you've achieved a high standard of carbon reduction. Once you've filled out these two values, the software will give an estimate of the upfront embodied carbon. Now, if we increase the complexity level on this sheet, we'll find there's quite a lot of extra detail. And we have options to specify the external wall type and the construction frame of the building. And this will refine the estimate of the embodied carbon for this building. So that's a brief overview of the embodied carbon sheet. In the next tutorial, we're going to look at the summary sheet.